There we are.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So already recording. This is Shimmer Community Governance meeting on 17th of January. A small team today. We actually, the only point from my side would be that I have the latest updated version of the Treasury Committee. With the changes that we have been talking about in the last meeting, maybe we can just go through the text that I've written, because that's basically the only major change that we did. So let me scroll down. So basically, it's all about, this is what I don't know his name, he brought up in the last meeting, um, the process or the possibilities to change something in the way the committee works, so the framework is written. And so I implemented this as a new last point 4.8 here in the framework. Anything that's regard to changes in the framework. And maybe we can just go through that. So once the framework has been accepted by a public vote by the Shimmer token holders, the process or daily work of the committee members of the Treasury can begin. Even if we now think that it might really turn out that we find things once the committee operates, the committee says, hey, we just can't do it like it is written in the framework. It was well thought through, but we figure out that stuff that just doesn't work in our daily business. And I think we agreed in the last thing that this details about the internal working of the committee, if we really say, okay, stuff like above here, that maybe we want to change something in the metric, in the point system here or something. Maybe some wording here is stupid or stuff like this. You will figure this out later on. Yeah, but this is stuff that actually only the committee members themselves will be able to first to recognize and to improve. I don't think that anybody that from the outside that is not involved in the daily operation of the committee will have the insights and the ability to say, hey, would be better if you write the text like this, or if you change this to that. Yeah, so I think all changes to the framework, to the daily operation stuff of the committee, should be only proposed by the committee members itself. And that's basically here that says all points described in the specification, so point 4.1 till 4.8, can only be proposed by a member of the Shimmer Community Treasury Committee through a public proposal in the governance forum, following the usual process of the governance framework. Basically, I should write here changes. And the only thing that I think, and this is something I would like to get some feedback if I forgot something, basically, besides the committee members, changes that are possible by the whole community would be actually only these ones. Yeah, so so somebody from outside the committee can put up a proposal to replace or remove a grant reviewer. This would be one point. A proposal to remove or replace the program lead. A proposal to terminate and shut down the whole Shimmer Community Treasury Committee program thing. A proposal to extend the operation period of the Shimmer Treasury. So something like, okay, let's do another year. and a proposal to increase the funding, also basically to add additional funding to the budget of the Treasury Committee. This would be things that I think can be proposed by everybody. And of course also by the committee members themselves. Yeah. So if the I don't know if the grant committee figures out, okay, we have one of the five is basically he's never showing up, disappeared. We need to exchange them. Of course, they can also put up a proposal to remove or replace somebody themselves. Yeah, but also this maybe should really be open to the community if they really say, okay, we are not happy with grant reviewer XY or we want to shut down the whole thing. They can do it, but I wouldn't have them make proposals on the inner working and the inner operation of the committee. Yeah. So if they say, yeah, tier two should, but it should be better to be $60,000 instead 50. That stuff. Do we want the community to propose such changes also, or do we say, okay, that's kind of a closed circle here. Once it's voted in, those things shouldn't be touched anymore, only if the committee itself sees the need for a change here. What do people think?
I agree. And though I think there should be just a designated, well, like a place where people can voice that they say, hey, it looks like we're missing out on a lot of tier twos. I'm just trying to come up with
Yep.
something. So
Yep.
maybe you should change the valuation to this, and then the team kind of discusses, because they're the ones really
Yep.
dealing with it on a day-to-day operation. And I think that's the place for that actually would be, you know, um, monthly calls, like we might not have it once a week or even
Yeah.
definitely probably not twice a week, but we'll still have these governance meetings maybe
Yep.
once every 2 weeks or whatever to talk about other stuff. So I think there's always a place. And then, the, someone could certainly communicate to the program lead and the reviewer. And again, if the community's voice is not being heard and even it's being brought up, let's say in the governance group, or let's just say on a Reddit thread, and almost similar to like we kind of talked about, how is a grievance addressed? So the community liaison from the Treasury side, which would probably be the program lead or the co-lead, if they can't address that issue, then that person would probably bring it to the governance group such as this. If that is still not addressed, then they would probably be submitting a proposal to either disband the committee or that particular person for not listening to their voice. But the odds of that, are pretty slim. There's so many steps prior to that again, the committee should know, and the program lead, that, hey, you're only delegated by the community to follow their wishes. So, and I think that's, the governance of it. But you're right, like having to do every little, because there's some things, especially in management, like maybe the idea is to change some valuation of the tiers of the next year. So like it's in the plan.
Yeah.
It's just, you don't need too many cooks in the kitchen all at once,
Yeah.
But certainly someone says, hey, I think this is an idea. Oh yeah, we've seen this. We've seen the issue. We have a plan to address it, and for transparency's sake, the committee and the program lead should be, transparent about any sort of future actions, like the whole, we're not, committee's not going to be the IAF, the committee's not going to be under NDA, from the Treasury side. So, yeah.
No, I think I mean, of course, stuff. How that's a good point. How does the community approach the committee? So in the first thing, like I said, I would say we have our Discord here. So here's the Treasury channel. So basically, anything that anybody wants to know, they can just come here, ask, propose ideas, propose changes. for discussion, let's say it like this, or they could even open a general discussion in the governance forum where the community can discuss and say, okay, we're running now since 3 months, but there were only 2 projects funded. What's going on? Blah 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 blah. Out of this, always, I'm sure the committee will take actions if there are complaints or if there are ideas for improvements. But yeah, I think the concrete proposal to start the change process for that should come out of the committee because they know best how they operate. Not everything they do will always be public. Yeah. So there might be sometimes things that seem for the community strange, but the committee itself together they have figured out that's the best way it works for them. Stuff like this. Yeah. So that was just my point of basically saying, okay, once this thing is approved, it's kind of approved for a year as is. Um, Optimizations, changes should only become from inside the committee. I'm sure there will be. I'm pretty sure after 3 months we will have to change some stuff here or some
Yeah.
wording or whatever. But as an outsider, you can't really observe it close enough and know enough what's going on in the daily work of the committee to really propose a proper change. Yeah. And therefore it would be only this stuff, yeah, replacing members, shutting down the whole thing, extending. I don't know if anybody has any other things that we think, okay, this would be something that should be proposed by the whole community. Don't know if I forgot anything here. Yeah.
Is it listed somewhere in there that, like, let's say the program lead is, the point of contact for any grievances or concerns from the community, and if the program lead can't handle any community's concerns, then it should be brought to the governance channel and Discord or the governance group.
My question would be, do we need to have this defined in the specification here? I mean, we have the complaint process about what projects can do if feel they are treated unjustified. So then they are basically asked to use the governance forum. This is what we have. Um, I don't know. I mean, we can write, okay, approaches to the committee can be issued through the Discord channel, blah, 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 or via Twitter, or I don't know. Um, do you want it? Do you want to define it directly? Because once it's there, then basically you can't change it afterwards. Or do you? I would think just leave it open, and the committee itself will develop their processes, how it works best for them to be approached, probably via Discord or
Yeah,
whatever. I
I was
just
just thinking,
don't. Yeah.
the program lead's actually paid full time, um, where the reviewers are more paid to review. So, um, the program lead, I guess, in my mind, would be that at least the designated point of contact, if the community had any issues, such as with the framework or thoughts. But
Yeah.
rather than like, oh, I'm going to put a phase 1 proposal in and get to a Firefly vote.
Yeah.
But same thing with, like, if someone gets their proposal rejected and they want to know why, which I'm sure is going to happen, then they should be approaching the program lead um, for that, and that program lead should have the maturity and the experience to handle all of that. And then, if for whatever reason someone feels there's, they would just come to the governance group at that point. And then if
Yeah.
I think we talked about that
Yeah.
first, but
I mean,
that, yeah, it doesn't
that's the
right
thing for
out
the
right now.
complaint process. If really a project wants to know, okay, I haven't been Of course, they will likely contact, but they can also then use the governance forum thing, make a thread there, if they really wanna make some wind about it. Yeah.
I mean, I would put before doing the governance forum to reach out to the program lead
Yeah. Let
in
me see
that
how.
complaint paragraph. That
Yeah. How we have it in, do we have anything in the description here? So the lead proposed the program, identifies direction, has a guarantees the success, coordination with other ecosystem funding, organizes the regular public meetings, will be contracted, will be compensated. We can put in here something like, okay, will be the first contact person for the community for approaches. I would put it here in the basically in the tasks of the program lead.
yeah.
Yeah, to establish or to be open as an contact point for the community or for anybody that wants to approach the treasury.
Well, and then on the complaint process, maybe have that as the first step. If they don't
Mhm.
get a resolution to the program lead, then they should open up a governance forum
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah,
Kind of go above that, above the lead.
yeah. So I'll just add something here. The lead will act as first public contact for any one that wants to approach the committee besides funding requests. So then there can be, I mean, anyway, that likely the program lead will handle the Twitter account or stuff like this, or the email account of
Right.
the thing, yeah, and then it mostly automatically will go to the lead. And in the complaint process, we can also add this. That's basically a good thing. Where was it? Down here. Yeah. Okay, then we add it should first contact the program lead and try to issue. If that is not successful, the team or the, let's say, project can be a single person or can be a team, and then they can open a complaint thread in the governance forum and lay out the reasons for the complaint respectfully to the community. Okay, so first contact, program lead, try to resolve stuff, get things fixed and cleared, maybe get some additional information why they have been declined and stuff like this. And if they're not happy with that, then they still can try to make a bigger thing in the governance forum and see where this leads. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? I haven't added anything else. I think there haven't been any other suggestions in the last meeting. So I think we would be pretty good to go. Maybe.
Uh,
Hmm?
so Okay, so we got this. Do you plan to? So we're going to submit this as a phase one now,
Yeah.
this week, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We should put this up for maybe let's say give it another day for everybody to read through it once again. If there are no suggestions for any changes anymore within the next, let's say, 24 hours, I'll put it up as the last and final version. Gonna make some wind in the community to get the 50 votes to put it in phase two, and then have it voted through in phase two. And then we would be in alignment for the upcoming, hopefully soon happening Firefly vote, because Firefly is getting really ready. I know the people in the Firefly Alpha tester group have seen Nicole's messages already. So as I said, they are basically the only stuff that's left is basically backlog things and small optimizations and not really not nice to, but still important, but more of the nice to have and UI UX things. Basically, the logic and everything is finished and work, and they are expecting release towards the end of the week for the alpha tester group. Once this is out, I'll notify everybody and we can maybe spend the weekend with a little bit testing and creating some proposals and stuff like this. We might need, I see Werner, you are here. Um, is there, do we still have the people from the Comnet running nodes or stuff like this in the testnet, or how is the testnet in the moment utilized? Because I don't run a node in the test net currently.
Me neither.
Me neither.
It's since the shimmer came out, it's
Yeah,
had drowned a bit.
Comnet is a bit, but I
I
will
mean,
find somebody. Yeah, probably, or maybe I spin up a node, or maybe we can just spin up 1, 2 nodes, because we probably need a node to upload the proposals so that we have something to vote on. But I also think Firefly has their
yeah.
own node running, but would be cool to have some community nodes.
Yeah, I could set mine up again.
Then in the alpha testing on Firefly, they said maybe this weekend they're
Yeah.
gonna put out the governance alpha testing. So if anyone isn't a tester and wants to support testing, you can get with Philo and he can add you to the group. And more people testing means the quicker we'll get to beta.
Yeah.
So that's
No,
exciting.
absolutely. Everybody here that's interested in governance and all the voting, hit me up, and I'll add you to the alpha tester group, and then probably we can have a couple of. So if it's coming out over the weekend, I'll do a ping for the governance, and we can maybe organize a little, I don't know, Sunday afternoon or whatever. We do some 2, 3 quick events of maybe just an hour or two or something like this. Put up some votes for fun and see what happens in Firefly and how the whole thing reacts. And yeah, for this we will
Yeah.
need a node, like minimum 1 that we can use. Yeah,
Nice.
that'd be cool.
Close, getting close.
Yeah, it gets close. I would say, I mean, I know there was, but they fixed it. So like last week, there was like one critical bug, but it's fixed. So from what I see in GitHub, in the project board, there's nothing critical more there. There's no important and high priority task anymore in the thing. So if there's nothing coming on the last centimeters of this thing, I probably really think we might get something for Friday as a first alpha with some buggy UI or whatever, but it might work. And then the more people have a couple of hours to check things out and do some reporting, the easier and the better Firefly will improve this stuff so that we can move it to a beta. We get then a nice big beta tester group, hopefully, and get this thing out. And maybe really we will arrive towards end of the month, beginning of February, with stable, releasable version. That would be really nice.
Exciting.
Yep, that's pretty cool. Good. Like I said, that's mainly was it from my side. Please, everybody, have a look again on the framework doc that I posted in the Shimmer Treasury channel, like the latest and last version. As I said, if that is agreed and find nobody complaining about it, I'll put it up in the governance forum so that we can align this thing, move this into phase 2, get it accepted in phase 2, and then we would really have these 3 decisions lined up for the release of Firefly somehow in February. And if everything goes well, somehow middle of February, this whole treasury thing could start. That's basically pretty exciting.
Exciting.
Yep. Very
Cool.
well. Very well. Okay, cool. Anybody got anything else to ask, to talk about, to mention? No? Well,
Maybe one thing,
yeah.
Philo. So, with regards to the timing of the meeting, governance meeting,
Yeah.
I don't think Mariana is yet here because she's also still in Colombia, time difference, and so on.
Mhm.
But do we still plan to do this shift of the meeting, or to discuss one more time when we do it?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I know Mariana asked for it. The thing was, I think it was because both of you would have no time because of the INATBA meeting. As it is
Yeah.
now changed, that you are basically likely are able to join those Tuesday meetings. I mean, for the group, I think it just makes sense to stay how it is, yeah, because we are kind of
Yeah.
all got used to this schedule now. So if it's not
Yeah.
needed from Mariana's side, then we say, hey, it's cool. Laura is here, hangs out with us, and takes some notes and brings in some good mood. Then that's really fine. And I think
Yeah.
Mariana will have time to attend the Thursday meetings if she
Yeah.
likes. So I think from our side, it's cool to keep it like that, huh?
What about a solution if we do? I mean, we could probably move to just Thursday meetings. I mean, we're really
Yeah.
on the tail end here. If anyone's opposed to that, I think once this version that you just put out, we really don't have much going on
Yeah.
unless we want to start tackling some big governance stuff, which so we could just do like maybe this Thursday's meeting and then maybe move to 1 week every Thursday after that, unless we can do an action meeting or something.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because we kind of we
Yeah.
established this Tuesday meetings for really working on the treasury thing,
Right.
which is now kind of nearing the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then once the treasury is established, I would, like you suggested already, would minimum we should plan, I don't know, a monthly or however, we'll see how many proposals come in, an extra slot for the treasury committee to have its own public meeting, which is kind of separated from these calls. Can also be whatever time fits for the treasury committee that most of the community can attend that will be interested in it. So maybe we should start with planning a monthly wrap-up meeting for the treasury at, I don't know, whatever. We could use Tuesday for that, or any time or any slot that fits for the committee members then. Yeah, but have the
Like,
governance. Yeah.
we could probably set maybe the last or first Tuesday of the month, and then maybe just wait to schedule the time because we don't know
Yeah.
what time zones people will be in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's likely makes sense. And if the Treasury sees there's like a demand for more meetings, can always be add another one, do it bi-weekly or something like this. But I would start with, let's say, a first meeting after the first month of operation, because in the end, in the beginning, everything will be likely a little bit confusing. Everybody has to get along with each other, figure out how to work with each other, the process and stuff. And I'm sure then after 1 month, there will be enough to talk and enough to tell and enough uh, to inform the community for a meeting, and then see from there on where it goes. That's free on the committee how they think it's best. And of course, if the community demands more information, more meetings, sure, it's going to be easy to increase that. Yeah. No, but I'm cool with keeping the governance meetings on Thursdays as we had them over the whole year, actually. And yeah, see if there is not something immediate important to come up for next Tuesday. I don't know, maybe we have something from the alpha testing or stuff, but this could also probably just wait until Thursday. Then that should be cool, actually. Yeah. And then we have one day per week schedule again. Might be easier also for most people to follow that. Good. Good.
Okay, so from next week already on then, or?
I would say, JD, from next week. So maybe this was our last Tuesday meeting, and then from next day on we do only Thursday. And if we see demand for more and the next big task comes up, we'll easily increase. If we have like a working group again, increase the schedule. Yeah.
Is anyone opposed to that? Going once, twice, 3 times. I'll add it to the calendar where we have like the voting rounds. I can
All
put in
right.
public
So
meeting.
this Thursday, same time as usual, and then
Yes.
we keep it on Thursday only.
Yeah, keep
Yes,
only
sir.
Thursdays until we have the next big project coming in for governance, which likely is going to happen sooner than we believe. Yeah, cool. That's excellent, my friends. Thank you everybody for attending. See you on Thursday. Like I said, have a look on the framework document. Please read it once more. Leave a comment in the channel if you see something that you think should be changed or overworked. If not, I'll put it up in the governance forum so that we can move forward in the process. Cool. And then see you again on Thursday. Or if something comes up with Firefly, I'll ping out and we might be able to do a little nice, funny voting session of
Yeah, I just do a out of the schedule meeting for that.
Yeah.
Because I think we don't have to limit this to the governance group. We can just invite everybody that's a Firefly tester.
Yeah, everybody has alpha tester, so we have to see a bit. I don't know how strict Nicole is. I mean, there hasn't been really a selection process for the alpha testers, but yeah, we can just set up and
Philo,
invite.
can you create? Yeah, can you create voice channels?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, okay, because then we could just set up a private voice for the alpha testers.
Yeah, that would
just for the meeting temporary.
I mean, maybe ask Nicole if we could do like a general voice. I mean, if she wants it under wraps, then okay, sure, we could do a private. But if they're okay with getting a little excitement around it,
I think for this we should, because beta testing will be really public, but alpha there can still be some nasty bugs and stuff that they sometimes don't want everybody. They also don't want screenshots to be shared and stuff like this. So alpha tester is still for
I thought of that.
Yeah, keeping it a little bit under the radar until they're happy with it for release it for beta, because then the whole community can anyway test it. Yeah.
Sure. That makes sense.
Cool. Nice. JD, we can maybe just stay in the chat and I'll guide you through the sesh bot if we're out. And the others, thanks a lot. See you on Thursday, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
See
everyone.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.